Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel, or if you're new here, welcome. Today is Tuesday, February 20th, and I am bringing you a Real Canadian Superstore grocery haul. And if you've been following along with any of my videos in January and throughout the month of February, I've been tracking how much I've spent each month in total on groceries. And this is quite likely going to be the last grocery haul of the month of February. So I mostly just picked up whatever was on my list for this week. Very few things that I needed, and whatever was on my PC Optimum offers for the most part. We do get paid bi-weekly here, and payday is not until the end of next week. So that's kind of why this is like today is the relatively big shop that I do every 2 weeks, twice a month basically, and that's pretty much about it unless there's any little things that need to be picked up for fill in between now and next week. But I kind of went over the budget that I had last month. I don't necessarily always have a set dollar amount for budget every month. It really depends on a lot of factors, especially mainly being my hours, so how big my paychecks are. So things definitely vary a little bit. Plus, I did also pay rent out of this paycheck as well, and that always really impacts the paycheck. That one always, you don't have as much wiggle room as you do on the other one. So I always am very conscious of points offers and sales at the best of times, but especially when it's on that particular paycheck. So I picked up a few things today. If you saw my video that I posted yesterday, that was a couple of part one, and I had picked up, there's 2 or 3 different transactions in there, primarily Sobeys items, and this is just Superstore. I'll go over the total numbers with you as far as what I spent for the month at the end of this video. I did mention in yesterday's video, however, that this coming weekend we have some company coming for the evening. A bunch of teenagers / young adults that I work with that we've kind of adopted as extra kids. We have them over a couple times a year, usually barbecue in the summer, Christmas party, and sometimes do things for their birthdays and whatnot. And they were having some over this weekend because my daughter's birthday's next week, and 2 of the other kids, one of them had a birthday at the end of January and one has a birthday in March. So we're kind of trying to acknowledge all 3 birthdays and just invite them over for snacks and board games. So that's why all these chips over here have been purchased today. These were actually on sale. They were normally $5.49, but if you had a PC Optimum card, if you're a member, then they were $4.44 a piece. So I'm planning on making my taco dips. I did buy a couple of ingredients for that, but in the meantime, I bought 3 bags of the Cheetos and 3 bags of the Doritos. I don't know how many people will actually come. The Christmas party was a little bit smaller, but of all the young adults, teenagers that I've adopted at Sobeys, there's about 15 of them. So if they all came, we could have 16, 17 people, easy. So I don't necessarily expect that many. I know of a few that aren't going to make it, but nonetheless, most of them are young adult males too, a lot of teenage boys, so you know they have appetites. So I want to make sure I have lots of munchies on hand. I am making my taco dip, like I said. We'll just even munch on these ourselves. I mean, they're not the healthiest thing. They're not healthy at all. But for snacking on, Cheetos and Doritos are a family favorite around here. I'll probably put my taco dip out Saturday night and maybe a bag of each of these and then some sweets too. And they'll probably be perfectly happy with that. So I bought 3 bags of each, so 6 bags total at $4.44 a piece. And then I bought, these were $5.99, I believe, for both of these. The square cake pans with lids and the 9x13 cake pans with lids. I like to use these if I'm taking meals or cakes or whatever to somebody, you know, like a giveaway. That way I'm not concerned if the dish comes back to me. Through my church, quite often I'm involved in what they call meal trains, where if somebody's had a funeral or given birth or had surgery or whatever, people sign up to bring meals to them. And as I said in yesterday's video rather, I have signed up to bring a meal on March 1st to a family from church that just gave birth to twins. And I'm also supposed to go on Sunday to visit a friend I used to work with who had cancer surgery. So a couple of gals and I, the 3 of us, are going to visit her. We all used to work together. So I'm planning on bringing her a meal, and I'm planning on bringing something to that other family that had the babies. I don't know yet what. I don't know if I need, usually 9x13 pan, and that's what I do lasagna in. Or if I'm going to make a big cake for somebody or whatever and I'm giving it away, then that's the size of pan I'll use for that. Quite often, if it's just like a casserole type thing, I'll just use a square pan. I haven't decided what I'm making for either of them yet, but I like to have some on hand because I do use them for that purpose. It seems like there's a handful of meal trains that come up throughout the year at church. And sometimes I just feel like it. If I'm making a double batch of something and I want to share with a friend, then quite often I just like to have some of these on hand because things happen. Whether it's meal trains or me just feeling like being generous and wanting to share, I like to just have these on hand so that they're already ready. And I'm pretty sure I used my last large pan already. I don't know if I have any small ones left, so I'm just restocking. Anyway, on to these. I got some trail mixes. I like to just take some of these to work to munch on my breaks. I got this popcorn one. These are $5.50 a bag. Even though this is a bigger bag than the other one, they were both $5.50 anyway. But so I figured, well, I might as well get this one because if it's a bigger bag and it's the same price as the smaller bag, why not? This popcorn one says it's roasted peanuts, caramel popcorn, pretzels, and dark chocolate chunks. It's really quite nice. And then this one here is the magic mix that has roasted peanuts, raisins, praline peanuts, milk chocolate candies, and peanut butter chips. Now, these are obviously not the healthier trail mixes that the store had. They had some other ones that were a little more healthier ones. Those are just ones that I like. I should probably like the healthier ones too, I suppose. There are a couple that had like dried fruit in them, and some of them though had dried pineapple in them, and I am not a pineapple person, so I was like, oh, maybe not so much on those. But these were both $5.50 a piece, even though that's a smaller bag. I figured, well, I mean, if it's a bigger bag and still the same price, why not? So anyway, I got an extra block of no name cheese. Again, anything that is yellow packaging, black bar that says no name is store brand. The cheese was, I'm trying to read my receipt. It was on sale. I think it was $7 something. They're normally $8 something for the cheese. $7.89. I think they're about $8 and something normally. So that was a little bit of a savings. The cream cheese, $3 a block. I can't remember if that's a sale price or not. I don't see it on here. I know it was $3 each. I'm not sure if that was a sale price though, but I did have a points offer on those, and that's partly why I got those. I wanted to get these because my taco dip takes one of these, and I'm thinking for the birthday cake on Saturday, I might make a carrot cake with a cream cheese icing, so I need a block of cream cheese for that. And then 2 containers of no name brand cottage cheese. Those were $3.79 each. That is in case I want to make a double batch of lasagna at some point. Each batch would take 1 container of these, and these are good until March 9th. So I don't have to use them right away. I have some time. And then a container of sour cream. I don't need anywhere near this much sour cream, but I didn't see a smaller container. This is good until March 15th. I need a little bit of sour cream for my taco dip. 1% milk, 4 liters, that's $5.58. $1.99 for no name brand olives. $5.99 for Pam cooking spray. And then some sandwich meat. I got a package of ham and a package of the turkey kielbasa. Those are $6 each. I'd like to take sandwiches to work. And then cheese at crackers. These were, they were $1.98, limit of 2. So I got a sharp white cheddar and a Italian 4 cheese. Cucumbers were on my offers, so I grabbed a 3-pack of cucumbers. I just saw them. They were $5.99. Tomatoes, those came to $8.92. I believe there's 6 of them in there, so that's 1, 2, 3, yeah, 6. $8.92 for 6 tomatoes. And then iceberg lettuce was $3.49. I've seen it as low as $1.99, so that's a little disappointing. It's up again, but it is what it is. Bunches of bananas. I think these were 79 cents a pound, I believe. They were $2.99. And then grapes were on my offers. This is $7 for a 2-pound container of red grapes. So this is what I got for points. Cucumber, 600 points. 700 points for grapes and 600 points for the no name brand cream cheese. After tax, I spent $137.95. So you can see the 600, 700, 600. So that's 1,900 points. All the way down here, yeah, earned 1,900 points on digital offers. The one is kind of blurred out there. That leaves me with a closing balance of 56,349 PC Optimum points. So I am still at the $50 increment of PC Optimum points. I'm not at the $60 level yet, but it's getting there. It's getting there. I'm not buying anything in another big Superstore shop now until a week from Thursday or a week from Friday, or maybe possibly even the Saturday, depending on when I get shopping. So at that point, depending on what my offers are, hopefully I'll get up to the $60 mark at that point. The only other thing I bought was last night when I left work, I bought 2 loaves of bread. 2 loaves of the Compliments brand white bread for my sandwiches for work. They're $2.49 each or $1.99 each if you buy 2. So I bought 2 and my corporate discount was 50 cents, so I spent $3.48. No points on that, so I'm sitting at 5,858 points of Scene Plus points, which again, that is also the $50 increment there. So basically I am between $50 and $60 of Scene Plus points at Sobeys and almost at $60. So again, between $50 and $60 of PC Optima points at Superstore. So now I'm going to quickly just go through with you the final amounts for what I spent for the month. Okay, so to recap, this is what I've spent for the month of February. My first bill, as I told you yesterday, was $355.89, but that included $40 cash back and $116.35 non-food items. So I spent $199.54 on food items. And then I had a Sobeys transaction on February 13th that was $58.20, which included $30 in non-food items, so $28.20 in food items. Then February 16th Sobeys transaction, $57.27. And Sobeys on February 18th, $26.62. Now, so let's tally this up. So I had the $348 on Sobeys last night and then the $137.95 today. So $199.54 plus $28.20 plus $57.27 plus $26.62 plus $348 plus $137.95 leaves me with a closing balance of $452.56 that I spent on groceries in the month of February. Last month I spent around $399, just under $400. So this month I went a little over, which is actually kind of funny because it's a shorter month than March, or a shorter month than January rather, but it is what it is. I mean, there's a couple extra things that have come up this month, as I said yesterday, and as I was explaining in there, I do have a couple of extra meals that I'm giving that I need to prepare, and my daughter's birthday's coming up, and we do have company coming this weekend, so there's a few little extra things. Plus, there's also just been a few things that have been really good sales right now, too. Like, I mean, yesterday's video had the chicken breasts and the stewing beef that I picked up at Sobeys that are on sale this week, so sometimes when you get a really good sale, especially on things like meat, you got to take advantage because prices have gone through the roof all across the board. Everybody's struggling. So, but still, for a family of three, especially with prices being what they are, $450, well, $452.56, so just over $450 for a month is not terrible. I think I've done pretty well, but that's largely because I utilize my employee discount at work, and I'm really diligent about watching for sales and shopping both sales and points offers. You have to. In order to make ends meet these days, you just have to. So anyway, $452.56 is what I spent on in the month of February on groceries for my family. Nothing more unless something comes up that we've got to fill in. We've got to get some other little thing between now and next Thursday, another bundle of bananas or whatever, but hopefully not, because I'd like to kind of cap it at that. I don't want to hit the $500 this mark. It's just the $500 mark this month is just not, I'd rather not get that high. So I hope you guys enjoyed this, and if you did, make sure you are subscribed. Do leave a comment down below, give it a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and I hope you guys are having a great week. And yeah, please consider subscribing if you haven't done so already, and we'll see you in the next video, everybody. Have a great week, and we'll see you next time.